Okay, let's talk about something that gets a lot of people confused. Wills versus powers of attorney. You've definitely heard of both, and they both sound really important, right? But here's the thing. So many of us don't realize that one is for after you die, and the other, well, the other is absolutely essential for protecting you while you're still alive. Today, we're going to clear all that up, and I think the answer is really going to change how you think about things. So let's just ask the question straight up. If you had to pick one to get sorted out first, which would it be? Most people, and maybe you too, would probably say a will. And that makes sense, plan for what's coming. But what if I told you that, for your own protection, right here and now, that might actually be the wrong answer? And hey, if you're feeling a little unsure about all this, you are in very good company. Even the financial expert Martin Lewis has said he's surprised by just how often people are asking him this exact question. It's a really common blind spot, but getting it right is so important for you and your family. Okay, let's cut through all the jargon. If you only remember one single thing from our little chat today, please make it this next point. Here it is. This is the absolute core of it. A power of attorney is for when you are alive, but you can't make your own decisions. A will, that only kicks in after you die. It's all about what happens to your stuff. So, one is for protecting your life, the other is for handling your legacy. That distinction is everything. So now that we've got the when sorted out, let's take a closer look at the what. What do these documents actually do? What do they control? A will is pretty much exactly what we all think it is. It's your instruction manual for after you're gone. It spells out exactly what should happen to your assets, your house, your money, your investments. It's how you make sure everything goes to the people or the causes you care about. Simple as that. Now, a lasting power of attorney, or POA for short, is totally different. This is where you pick someone you really trust, a person, or maybe a couple of people, to make decisions on your behalf if you lose the mental capacity to do it yourself. See, this has nothing to do with death. It's all about being ready for a situation where you can't manage your own life while you're still living it. And it's also good to know that a POA isn't just one single thing. It's usually split into two key parts. One covers all your financial decisions, paying the mortgage, handling your bank accounts, that kind of thing. The other is just as crucial, and it covers your health and well-being. This is about making decisions on your medical care and daily life if you're not able to. Okay, so we know what they are. Now we get to that million-dollar question. Which one is more urgent? Like we said, most people assume it's the will. But what if that's not the case at all? It might sound a bit backwards at first, but listen to what Martin Lewis says here. He argues that even though a will is obviously vital, in many ways, a power of attorney is actually the most important document you can have. And that just makes you ask, why? How could that be? I mean, a will deals with everything you own after you're gone. How could anything be more critical than that? Well, the answer is all about what happens if the unexpected happens while you're still here. Let me just walk you through a scenario, because this is why it's so important. Imagine you lose capacity. It could be from an accident, a stroke, dementia, anything. Suddenly, you can't make your own financial decisions. Without a power of attorney, your family, even your husband or wife, can be legally locked out of your accounts. Just think about that. That means bills don't get paid, the mortgage could go into default, your own care might not be funded. It can create an absolute nightmare scenario at the worst possible time. And that's why it's so helpful to just flip the way we think about this. A power of attorney is not some morbid document about losing control. It's actually the complete opposite. It's an empowering act of care. It's foresight. It's you protecting yourself and your family from chaos. And please don't think this is something just for older people. As Martin Lewis points out here, he's had one for himself since he was in his 30s. It's not about being old or sick. It's about being prepared for the unpredictability of life, whatever your age. Maybe the best way to see it is this. It's one of the most valuable forms of insurance you could ever have. But it's not for your car or your house. It's peace of mind protection for your actual life. It's knowing that if you ever need help, the person you trust most can just step in and provide it, smoothly and without a fight. So let's end on this thought. A will is absolutely essential for planning for your death. No question. But a power of attorney is absolutely critical for protecting your life. It really might be the most important document you don't have, yet.